Hey guys, this is Tattoo Tony, and welcome back to another video from the vault, another Urbex Remaster. I hope you enjoyed this video. This was taken in Gary, Indiana in about 2017, and in this video we visit several roadside stops, gas stations, little diners, etc. Some of them are really cool and you'll find some neat stuff inside. But for those of you that like abandoned gas stations and roadside stops, this is your ticket. I hope you enjoy. Spicy meets saucy. So Andrew was on this trip with me. I can't remember if this is the first or second time we visited Gary, Indiana. But if you're interested in what abandoned Gary, Indiana is like, this would be your stop, because that I am aware of, the stuff me and Andrew did shows the most detail and depth and basically everything that we saw. So it's like you're along the trip with us, and I'll continue to re-release these videos with new color grading, and I hope you enjoy them. So in the original videos, I had read some stories about crazy things that happened at Gary gas stations. I think one of these buildings coming up too, you're going to see bullet holes in the glass. But yeah, if you go and look up Gary, Indiana, crimes, violent things that happened at gas stations and these little stores, you'll find no shortage of crazy stories. It was a beautiful sunny summer day when we were exploring these places, and if you're looking for somewhere to go in the Midwest and explore, I definitely recommend Gary. They actually do something that's interesting here. You can actually buy a permit to film in abandoned spaces. Now they have several locations that they include, but I don't know, it's like $50 a day or 2 days or something, a pass to like go in these places and photograph. And the first time we went, me and Andrew actually bought one, and you know, people might think we're stupid, but hey, you know, City of Gary, Indiana is pretty broke, and we gave them $100. And second time we filmed for free, but they have ones for like hobbyist use and then one for commercial use. I hardly consider myself commercial, since I might make about 2 cents an hour on these videos. The #1 blunt in the world, huh? Never heard of it. Maybe #1 in Gary, Indiana. Really like the look of that fence there. You guys can hear the traffic in the background. And this is another little abandoned storefront, kind of like, I assume, like a little roadside store with, you know, liquor and lottery. And we're going to go around back and take a peek inside. By the way, don't send anything to that P.O. box. I no longer have that. I'll never get it. Beep beep. By the way, I talked to Andrew today. He is returning phone calls now. I guess he decided to get rid of his generic phone provider, and at some point in the near future we're going to be going out. He's sitting on tons of video footage, guys. You ought to bother him to put out some more videos, because I'm sure he's got some interesting stuff. So if you're new to the channel and you like what you're seeing, go ahead and like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any new videos, and also go over to Old and Fat Exploration and subscribe. Also check out Americana Explorer. Old and Fat Exploration is Andrew, and that's the individual that you'll see in my videos occasionally taking photographs. He's always with me when I explore. We're pretty much a team, I would say. We fix flats, $5. That's a pretty good price. I'll fix your flat, but not for under 20. That's a really cool sign. I almost wish I had that. Pretty cool vintage look to it. Nicely done. Looks like there's a kind of like a horn or a speaker that would have went on the outside of the building. There's a bunch of rolls of register tape and some rain ponchos, I believe. Maybe that's an old Dairy Queen cup down there. Then we were pulling this thing out to see what this was. The Scoop and Munch shop. Ice cream, candy, and nuts. So that was probably one of the proprietors of this wonderful architectural wonder. Here's an old Pepsi Cola bottle. Anybody know what year that would have been from? Some kids back there yelling in the background. And this might have been a restroom on the side of the building. I'm not quite sure. That place that you saw in the intro is coming up. It was like a little corner restaurant. You're probably going to think that's pretty cool. There's a 40 bottle. Those are no longer in circulation. If you're under a certain age and you're watching this video, you've never had the pleasure of drinking from a 40-ounce bottle. I, however, can definitely remember the days of 40-ounce beer bottles. I consumed a few. Barbecue shrimp. Anybody watching this video remember when I used to yell at my GoPro camera and say, "GoPro, stop recording"? I wonder what this place originally was. I'm sure Ann's Soul Food and Seafood and Ribs was probably the last proprietor. Really cool though. Looks like something out of the what? The 50s? I could see this in a movie. I could see this in a movie on a city corner portraying the 50s, early 60s, and a bunch of classic cars, muscle cars maybe pulled up to this thing, kids after high school. There's Andrew. He threatened me with his camera. He was threatening me. All kinds of newspapers in there. There's a little service window in the back. Under new management. You can see the new manager in the window in the reflection with his camera on. And once again, please do not mail anything to that P.O. box. I won't receive it. Nice lettering though, huh? You could tell I was using a real space age video editor. Here we go into another little store. Actually, I think this was a restaurant. This kind of stuff can be fun though. There's a yucca plant. It's fun to explore these little places. think it's kind of interesting. You get to see a bunch of different types of small commercial places. This restaurant was pretty cool in parts. I think there was some abandoned food in here, and Andrew kept trying to eat it, and I kept telling him that he'd probably end up sick if he did. Let's take a look. Chloe Steakroom. Classy place, huh? Join us for Sunday dinner. Man, those car horns, you can hear them all the way inside the building. Yeah, I think that's what Andrew was trying to eat there, that abandoned mayonnaise. Him and Dan Bell, they both do that. Dan Bell's always picking up old weird pieces of food and eating them off the ground. You guys should check it out. I'm actually supposed to be making some videos with Dan Bell pretty soon, I think. My imaginary friend. See, I'm considered to be the Dan Bell of the Midwest. I think that's what it is. But, hey, he's an ultra-talented guy. And, got a lot of time on his hands. I really like that stonework. It's really nice. So here we are at another fine petrol establishment. You can see graffiti on this building. And this one it features a really nice restroom. I think if I ever needed somewhere to stay, I'd probably sleep in this restroom. See right there, there's like a little walk-up window. I bet that's bulletproof glass or something, you know. I know some places where they have gas stations like this that are still open on the east side of Missouri. On the east side, meaning across the river in Illinois, in some of the areas that aren't so nice. And there's some other ones I've been to too, where at night you get out and they got a little bulletproof window and you can see what's in there and you tell the cashier what you want. And like the people inside the gas station are safe until they have to come out at night. And if you happen to be there shopping from out of the area, you feel like you might be in a little danger pulling your money out standing in line. Anybody else ever been to a place like that? A pretty seedy gas station with a bulletproof window on the outside? At one point, Gary was the murder capital of the United States, so that really wouldn't surprise me. Here's a little look at the main road in Gary, Indiana. And you see that truck right there? I actually bought a watermelon or two from these guys. And dang good watermelon. I think they said they got it from Arkansas. But there's a little watermelon truck right here. And there's a couple guys sitting over here in the shade in this little empty lot selling it and waiting for customers. And then there was some kind of weird guy hanging out with them, bumming cigarettes and change from all the customers. I think I gave him a couple cigarettes and we bought a watermelon. I think since we were staying in a motel and kind of running around, I think we bought a knife somewhere and cut it open and ate it. Is that true, Andrew? Do you remember that? I remember buying the watermelon and talking to him. And here's yet another abandoned gas station. I don't know if we found every abandoned gas station in Gary, but you definitely take a little time and have a nice little tour of abandoned petrol stations. Nice restroom. Looks like somebody tried to drop this glass. And it looked like at some point that there was some kind of bullet holes somewhere. These might just be little rock holes that were made. People, you know, kids playing around throwing rocks at the window. Wonder if they did that while the place was still open, or if there was something still in here, or if they just felt like smashing glass. There's a little window where you could have talked through the hole to the cashier when they locked the doors. Nice place. And there's a shot I took outside an abandoned elementary school, and I'll probably remaster that video too. You see the swinging in the wind. I thought that was pretty cool. Could be an opening scene to a horror flick or something like that. Like, subscribe, share, hit the notification button, and go check out Old and Fat Exploration and Americana Explorer. Thanks for watching, guys.